It was a resounding affirmation of a simple proposition. Yes, the love between two same-sex people should be equal in the eyes of the law. In Sydney, thousands gathered in Prince Alfred Park on Wednesday morning to hear their country's answer to a permission many believed they should never have been forced to seek. Nerves stilled the crowd as the result of the $122 million postal survey was delivered solemnly by the government's chief statistician, David Callis. Then a cautious cheer gave way to deafening jubilation, as he declared 7,817,247 Australians, or 61.6% of the country, had voted yes. The crowd jumped with ecstasy and relief. Rainbow flags blurred with the sky with the frenzy. Couples grasped one another in long embraces, tears streaming down their cheeks. Benjamin O, 36, and Nam Fan, 35, crouched over their daughter's pram as she stared back at them, oblivious to the celebrations around her. They will marry as soon as the Marriage Act is changed. Baby Ann, 7 months old on Wednesday, will likely only remember an Australia where her father's love is entitled to equal recognition before the law. We want to protect our little one, Mr. O said. For us it's about the legal protection. For Australia, it was a momentous civil rights milestone. Proof that a country, with a history of obstinacy towards change, had on this occasion embraced it wholeheartedly. For many older members of the gay community, it was the culmination of a decades-long strong struggle for equality and dignity. Teresa Savage and her partner of 12 years, Ray Giffey, wept as the verdict was delivered. When you're our age you've come on such a long journey. I came out when I was 16 years old, I am 62 years old now. I couldn't have imagined this would ever happen, Ms. Savage said. We've been through so much over the last few weeks. Some of the negativity has been really hard to cope with, and that's reinforced what's happened to us over a very long period of time. 40 years ago, Ms. Giffey had been at the infamous 1978 Mardi Gras, where hate had spilled from police batons and the gay men and women arrested were unforgivably outed in the pages of the Sydney Morning Herald. I cannot believe that we still had to fight so hard for basic civil and human rights, she said. It's been a long time coming. The longest minute of all preceded the verdict, when the possibility of rejection and its devastating consequences could scarcely be countenanced, nor dismissed. I was feeling really anxious, Alice Constable, 36, said. We're literally talking about my rights and whether or not I feel safe walking down the street holding my partner's hand. In the end, the result, hailed as a landslide victory by the Yes campaign, revealed the embarrassing intransigence of Australia's federal parliament on a question which the majority of the Australian public clearly had no quarrel. Every state and territory recorded a majority yes result. Nationally, 133 of the 150 federal electorates voted yes, 95 of them emphatically so. Just 17 electorates returned a majority no result. And with a survey return rate nudging 80%, Australia's verdict was unimpeachable.